Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Good bad.
Nice.
That's really, I reckon. Oh. Hey.
Hey.
Kunata.
Nice.
They're on the Canada.
He's a dinner fish.
Oh boy. Heads up.
That's the dream out
Oh
there.
boy.
He gets in the tank.
A lot of bare feet.
Never
9 points.
Never surrender hooks.
Okay.
There you go.
Now you want
Good job, brother.
lure on or off?
First barra for the trip. Hopefully get a few upgrades from here.
Sweet.
A little bit of fish, huh?
Tighten your drag this time on the spinning reel.
Maybe a bit too tight.
First fish on the Beast Buster.
Yeah. Smashed it.
And that looks like a keeper size cod, huh, Matt? I'm sorry, keeper size barra.
Yeah, it'd be legal size as well.
Let's eat this one.
Alright.
Here, show it off to me again. Talk about how we're gonna cook this thing, if you guys know.
Probably best is egg and breadcrumbs for that fella.
Knock a fillet off,
Yeah.
as you guys say.
I like fillets.
Huh? You are. Yeah. Okay guys, welcome back to Catch and Cook. Uncle Pete here. We're going to do a barramundi now. And tempura batter this one, I think we'll go for. Nice simple tempura batter. Just a legal size fish. This is the minimum length we can have here in the territory. This barramundi wouldn't even be 3 years old, probably about 2.5 years old. It's a wild caught barramundi, it's not farmed. We have commercial fishermen for these barramundi. They're very sustainable. They keep coming back year after year. It is an awesome area where they come from. They'll never ever be able to net it out. They're in fresh water, they're in salt water, they're everywhere. These fish change sex. They're all males until they're about this size, or a little bit bigger. And then when they get to about 60 centimeters, they all change to females. And then what happens is when the females spawn, all these little fellas swim along with her and do their business to fertilise their eggs. So pretty unique fish. It's called a barramundi. If you ever come to Australia, make sure you have a wild caught barramundi, not a farm one. Sure, everybody's tried farm fish before, but the difference is unbelievable. So we'll just whack a couple of slabs of them. Very easy to fillet because they haven't got any lateral bones, and they're very, very good at yielding. So just once again, straight down the backbone, feel your way through, all the way down to the tail, along the backbone, up over the rib cage. As you can see, no lateral bones. Very easy. How easy is that? I reckon even Ollie could have a crack at that. Didn't manage to chew that off.
That easy.
That easy. Once again, do the other side. One side, everybody will know who fillets. One side's always easier for a right-hander than the other side. The best way to fix that is just catch more fish and more practice.
Good advice.
And just get a technique. You want to, when you're filleting fish, always try and do the same thing each time. Do the first cut the same, the second cut the same, and the third cut. And then you get into a rhythm. As you can see, very good yield. That's out of there. And just skin him off. Look at that. Make leather out of that. Beautiful. If you ever get a chance to buy a barramundi leather wallet, it will last you for a long, long time, and it is super soft. So you can see the yield. You can see nothing left behind. Some people cook the wings up in here, take this off. For me, I'm not a wing person. We'll probably give these frames to a family an Asian family. They love this part of the fish. They don't care about this half the time. This is the bit they want. So, got a box of frame here for some friends over the back. So there's no waste. So let's get rid of that, clean that up. So for lunch today we're having tempura batter. on a barramundi fillet, a barramundi bite. Just like that. Very good value at $27.50 a head. Bring your own drink. I haven't got a license, I'm sorry.
Oh, that BYOB.
Yeah, BYOB, mate. Oh, plus taxes, mate.
The cool thing about being down under is you guys don't expect tips.
We don't. Don't they? I do. All right, skin this one off again. As you can see, really, really easy fish to skin. Look at that. Even a blunt knife does it. No loss. Get rid of that. Clean up your fillet. These are very, very nice, firm white flesh. Does flake away, but it is very, very nice. Not soft at all. That's why the restaurants like it so much, and they very fast growing, easy to portion control. When you go to the restaurant, you're not looking over at your mate's dish and saying he's got a bigger one than me. Rightio, we'll be back after this break. So you know what to do, punters. What we're going to do, Ollie? Subscribe.
Leave a
to
comment.
this man's channel. Otherwise, he won't come back.
That's true. It's our channel. I'm just on it.
Check it out. I be catching you staring. Be careful, the idle mind is a dangerous place to be left in. To keep your eyes on. Your heart don't stand a chance. Feels like it's been far too long.
Quiet on set.
Hey YouTube fishermen, big barra dreamers, welcome back to Catch and Cooking with Uncle Pete. Now we're going to do a bit of tempura barramundi. Promised you early on. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you my secret recipe. So it's going to go worldwide this, but it is patented. So anybody who copies it, just send the cash this way. First up, a little bit of flour, self-raising flour. We've got a bit of this. You call it over in the States cornstarch.
Ah. What do you call it here?
Cornstarch. So it's corn flour. Yeah, I think you call it cornstarch. Got it half the amount of flour, 2 parts flour, 1 part cornstarch, bit of salt and pepper. This is only the starter. Salt and pepper. Bigger hole. We can do all this. Look at that. Okay, so this is just to coat the fish as Josh is about to bring us in. Important part about this is make sure you coat your fish before you batter it. So very important. If you don't coat your fish before you batter it, the batter will fall off. Guess how I know that happens?
I'm gonna say experience.
Right. Learned the hard way. You're right. You always learn the hard way when you got guests over and you're trying to put on a nice meal and you put the batter in. You forget the flour, get sidetracked.
Promise I'll put a gulp on next time.
Okay. Alright. So now that we've got that coated, what we do now is we're going to add a couple more ingredients. So that secret I can't even tell you, and they don't even write it on the bottle, it's that secret. But I might show you just a little bit. This one's smoked paprika. A little bit of smokiness flavour. And this one's the same. Secret herbs and spices, not really, it's baking powder. So I just give it a better. If some will come out. That's going well.
What's your philosophy on measurements?
It's never want the same twice, mate. That's my philosophy. You can always improve. Okay, the tip here is, guys, really cold water. The flour to the water is the trick. Not the other way around. And don't beat the hell out of it. So know what happens to me when someone beats the hell out of me. I don't work properly after that. Just make up a little batter here. Doesn't matter if there's even a few lumps left in it. It doesn't have to be thick. Just mix it around a little bit.
Do you guys not have whisk down under?
We don't want to whisk it. beat it up too much. It releases the starches out of the bread, the flour.
So we do not want to whisk it
No,
for the biscuit.
don't whisk it for the biscuit. That's only risk it for the biscuit when we're fishing. How are them chips going over there? The fries, are they going all right?
I reckon they're nearly done.
Well,
then we better put the main chef on there.
Joshua, got Joshua on the job, the personal assistant. Doing a great job there too. He's the fry specialist. He has got his own technique for filleting. Watch Big Cod Dreams Australia if you want to learn a different technique on fish filleting.
Call them donut readies.
Here we go, donkey man. Nice little bite size. Look at that. But Barra was having a good day yesterday. Now we're having a better day today.
Give us a small safety tip for those that have never tried a fish before.
Don't put your fingers in the oil. It's probably one of the better tips I can give. And you learn that from experience as well. Absolutely. Nobody can tell you not to do it until you do it yourself.
You put the whole lot in there, right?
Yep, there's enough volume here. If you only got a small little fry pan, you would cook this in probably 2 or 3 lots, but there's 6 litres of oil in here, so we can handle the volume.
We'll do the English conversion for you guys.
1.5 gallons. Over here in Australia we go in metric and we got the steering wheel on the right side.
Here we go again.
You guys have got a problem with that steering wheel. You just can't work that out. It'll be about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, here we go guys. Let's have it a little bit longer. It's got about 5 or 6 minutes. There we go. Nice little barra bites. Put them on a tray where you can drain them as well. Get that oil out of them.
The better tip than the paper towels I see a lot of us using.
Yeah, paper towel not good because it sticks to it. Then you half eat the paper towel and wonder why it doesn't taste too good. There we go. Fish and chips for lunch.
This looks pretty legit. Oh boy. Fish and chips are kind of a standard option for me when I'm on the road traveling. It's kind of safe. You know, it's just kind of know what you're getting. You're probably gonna get some kind of Arctic cod and some fries. Really curious to see how this stacks up. Moment of truth. Barramundi fish and chips. First of all, it's really hot. But second of all, that's legit probably the best fish and chips I've ever had.
We have more Barramundi on the beach.
Those weren't fish and chips.
Oh, no chips.
That was Barramundi in the dirt.
What if I had chips with it?
Watch that in the video here. But that was really good. This is totally different than cooking them on sand.
You haven't got that grit in there.
That little extra texture. No, this is actually really good, really clean. Like you said, you described it as a nice firm fish.
That's why I like doing tempura out of it.
Nice and light.
Take it away. You've got the fish. That's what it is.
Wow.
Not bad, Dad.
Well done. Well done, Uncle Pete.
Good. Doesn't hide the flavour too much, too.
Which
You
is
can really taste
interesting.
the Barramundi.
You're starting to enjoy the flavor of the fish themselves now a little bit more. Makes a difference when they're fresh. When you catch them yourself, you ice them right away, bleed them, properly care for your catch, and prepare them. And you know they haven't been dead for weeks. Well done, brother. Well done. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Catch and Cook at Uncle Pete's, subscribe, hit the notifications, leave a comment below. What's the worst fish and chips you've ever had? What's the best? It's too bad you guys weren't sitting right here in this nice air conditioning in the Northern Territory. It's pretty nice right now, it's hard to beat. We appreciate you guys. This is Oliver Nye.
Josh Crow.
Man behind the camera.
Cameraman.
And Uncle Pete.
Sorry, mate. Get in there.
Don't hit me, get your move on record footage.
You a keyboard pirate, my man, that's hella my track. Yeah. Instrumental, catch fish, get him in the net quick, cast for another stick. That real deal, raw uncut, still chasing PBs, cause it's never enough. My track. Yeah. Instrumental, catch fish, get him in the net quick, cash for another stick. That real deal, raw uncut, still chasing PBs, cause it's never enough.
Medium light, graphite for the subtlest bites. Some bright blue skies, not a cloud in sight. It's dynamite when I drop, and the school ignites, pinning them down on the hop, cause he's taking